And ready for action, the Bulls as they headed to the locker room earlier on. The hometown crowd certain to give them a warm welcome. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City, our sight tonight. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed in letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, D.A. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You look at the Nets, very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, Chicago, 3 spots below.
And right now for Brooklyn, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings in the season, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, Greg, and early in the year, maybe they were catching some teams by surprise, but now everybody knows how strong they are, and they're still rolling along.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Allen is out there with Jordan, and it's KD in at the small forward. And for the Bulls, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White is out there with the general, and it's Porter in at the 3. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all of the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports when you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games in my opinion.
Very interesting. Porter against LeVert. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Pass to Allen. Takes the 13-footer, and the jumper is good.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Oh, man, these fans are pumped. I expect them to be loud tonight. Should be a great game.
Here's the general. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, GA, I mean, great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
Outside, KD. Over Porter. The shot by KD. No good.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Here's the general. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach. Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Now LeVert, following Durant's three-point attempt. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Here's the general. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Jordan. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Milwaukee. And stolen by White. Fast break, here they come. Here's the General. Drops in the layup for 2. The General's got 8. Here's Irving. 6-point game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's KD. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who is the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
And here's a look at some numbers for him.
The surge in his free throw percentage this month is noticeable. He's looked a lot more comfortable at the line. Part of his job now should be attacking the D, going head on, drawing fouls, and trying to ride this hot streak.
Irving for 3. The shot, no good. Here's Chicago. It's been 10 unanswered points. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
Here's LeVert. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. The Bulls leading by 8. The pass to the General. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Irving. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. No good from the General.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
LeVert against Carter. Nobody near Irving. Buries it from 3-point range.
Look, Kevin, another area where Irving is lethal. I mean, sweet release on his 3-ball.
Here's the General. LeVert defending. Here's the General. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
The lightning quick reflexes of Porter, they're just outstanding. Crafty at coming up with steals.
Nets trail by 11. And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris. He was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
5 on the clock. Durant, no good.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
The General. Carter, that's good. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Porter. Levine's checked in for the General. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. Dinwiddie. Jordan trying to free himself up. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist from Harris.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Carter kicks to Sederansky. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Karuch. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Shoots from 12. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Yeah, no, almost any player left that wide open is going to bury that shot. This is the league. That's poor defensive.
Payne passes to Carter. Here's Sederansky. Offensive rebound. Shot's good from Young.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Sederansky against Dinwiddie. Here's Harris. Carter pulls it in.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay.
And Sederansky kicks to Valentine. Back to Sederansky. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And nominee. Ends up going with the new group. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Wilson Chandler. LeVert's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Dinwiddie. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the general in his last time out against the Clippers was tremendous. He had 42 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. It was really spectacular watching him take over a game like that. He proved once again that he is an elite talent. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And he makes the first. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
And here's LeVert. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here's Porter. He's off on that one, and Brooklyn will come the other way. Allen finds Durant, and Harris wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Harris has got 6 in the quarter.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play. Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Here's KD. Drops it in from 14 feet away. KD's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Look at cashing in from mid-range. Such a consistent shooter, Mr. Kevin Durant.
The general passes to Markkanen. Here's the general. LeVert defending. Back to Markkanen. Stolen by Allen. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Got it. Good job in the low post. Harris has got his third bucket of the night.
Quality play. I mean, Irving with the nice setup. I mean, something he's been working on to do more the last couple of years.
And that one's good by Porter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Here's White, and White with the stuff.
And you can argue this is White at his best, just an absolute terror in transition.
And Brooklyn has possession. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that,
almost beyond belief, Greg. I mean, even on a bad night, you think they'd at least be competitive.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Antonio Blakeney's checked in for Chicago. Here's the general. LeVert defending. Here's the general. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. And he's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Irving passes to KD. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, Kevin Durant was highly sought after following this past season. And, Chris, you knew his decision would have a huge rip. Irving surveying the floor. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
And you see this so often, league-wide, ending the period with a 3-point attempt.
And so it's Chicago, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Che. Everything falling for you in that first half. How were you able to be so efficient?
Well, tonight I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't settle for anything. No easy way out. None. Just attack, attack, attack. Every trip down the court. And I'm pretty much been able to get where I want to go and finish with a bang.
They have not been able to stop you, and so far, so good. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know the general has been really making it happen, guys.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Bulls. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. The general is out there with White. And it's Carter in at the center position. And it's blocked by Jordan. Durant with the wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Bulls leading by 22. Here's the general. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from Allen. Here's LeVert. Lays it up and banks it in. LeVert's got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Chicago with the ball. The general passes to White. 5 to shoot. Here's the general. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. For Chicago, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. That free throw, no good. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him throwing a oop, I would miss 2-3 shots in a row. We'd look and he'd say, "I'll get you an easy one, big fella." And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, "Hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them," and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, "Now it's your turn. You're open," because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that'll say, "Hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play."
One shot.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
And that one's good, Irving.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's the general. LeVert defending.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
It's the Nets now. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Irving against White. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 13.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's the general. LeVert defending.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. He dishes it to Durant. Over Porter. And it's Durant missing. The Bulls have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Now Irving, 13 points in the game. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Porter against Durant. Shoots from 14. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Markkanen kicks to Porter. Passes it to the general. And the layup's good off the glass. The general's got 12 points now in the quarter.
are unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
A nice shot by LeVert.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Pass to the general. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Chicago, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. That free throw good from the general. So for the Bulls. Young's checked in for Wendell Carter. Zach LaVine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for White. And then for Brooklyn, Wilson Chandler's checked in for Jared Allen. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. He gets that one. And that's 15 points for Kyrie Irving.
I admire the confidence of Irving, always on the attack, superb at penetrating towards the rim.
Here's the general, and he jams it with authority.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Lets the 3 fly. Chicago grabs the miss. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Giving his height, Markkanen makes dunking look second nature. Got to keep him away from the rim.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Irving passes to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. To the paint. Got it. Nice one there from LaVine. LaVine's got 11 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. It's Irving, top of the key. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Love how strong Irving finishes. Awesome at fighting through the defense and sinking these shots.
Here's the general, guarded by Jordan.
They've got this lead because he's at the top of his game. He has been the story tonight.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 17. Jordan dishes to Irving. Jordan kicks to Harris. Pass to Irving. From about 16, again, the Nets for 2.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the...
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Young. Murray comes in for Valentine. The general's checked in for LaVine. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for Satoransky. And then for Brooklyn, Allen's checked in for Chandler. Kevin Durant comes in for Rodions Kurucs, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Harris. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Irving. Durant is out there with Allen. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's the general. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie. 2-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think it's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons out there in any of these games.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Arcidiacono.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Here's the general. Lays it up off the glass. The general's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split 2 games apiece.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the general.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Here's Claxton. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The general passes to Felicio. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break, releases, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Here's the general, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
That free throw good from the general. Both free throws good from the general. And the Nets with possession here. Stolen. Musa grabs the miss. Irving with the ball. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, best of both worlds for you tonight, Jay. Your team got the win, and you had that incredible third-quarter performance. What got you so hot coming out of the break?
Hey, you know, coming out of halftime, man, I just felt so rejuvenated. I wanted to attack them whenever I had a chance. I think they were caught off guard a little bit with that, and we just let it snowball into a big quarter.
And that made all the difference tonight. Congratulations, guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much.
Let's do this. You got my favorite shoes on. Look at that. Swag. That's what we call it.
And welcome back to Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex. Big win tonight from our team, and we are lucky to have Che with us right now to break it down. So how you doing tonight, Che?
Guys, I'm fantastic. You know what? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. With tonight's win, you guys officially clinched the playoff berth. So how does this reflect on the kind of season you're having?
You know, if you ask anyone in the league what their goal is before a season starts, it's the same thing, to win a championship, the hardware. So making the playoffs, that's just the first step, but that's all it is. You know, we got to keep on grinding and bring one home for the fans. Simple as that.
Loving the confidence, Jay.
I appreciate that, Hornet.
Yep, we're going to let you go celebrate, buddy, but we do thank you for taking time to talk with us.
Hey, for sure. Anytime, guys.
All right, that was Che.
Thank you.
Now, I don't want to interrupt the celebration, but there's a few things I want to say.
Speak on it, Coach.
First of all, each and every one of you deserve this. Making the playoffs in this league is a big deal, and you should find pride in that.
Let's get it.
You made a goal, you accomplished that goal. Now, remember, it's just the beginning.
Oh, come on, Coach. Killing my vibe, man.
Trying to keep you focused.
All right.
Okay, making the playoffs is a big deal, but remember, it's just a first step to a much bigger goal. And I think you all know what that is.
Hey, we're going to get that chip, baby.
Keep working, and you just might.
For sure.
All right, everyone bring it in. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Team.
Nice game, Che. I bet you wish you could play these guys every night.
Nah, man. Where's the fun in that? I'm a competitor. I want some competition, you feel me? It was way too easy out there tonight. Far too easy. Let's get some real guys in here.
So, Jay, it seems like you're really in the groove tonight. What helped you get going?
Well, you know, we like to play a team game. So everything you get should come in the flow of the offense. I mean, if you're open, then the ball's supposed to find you. Tonight, I was the guy that was open, and my teammates found me. So shout out to them.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.